Wagwan, everybody. Welcome to our next episode of Talk the Things podcast. Today, I want to talk about something that I've been actually want to talk about, but I finally got around to doing it. And I want to explain Toronto slang. To the people that don't know it, I want to give you guys a quick explanation of what Toronto slang is. I already gave you guys a whole video about the Toronto accent, right? Now, the slang is basically the same thing. And I told you guys about how people exaggerate it, how the Wast use them try to make it sound like something that's not. They make it sound so forced and exaggerated, and it's not really like that at all. But I'm gonna give you guys some words. So a lot of the words that you're gonna hear are Jamaican slang words, or they come from New York. So what I wanted to do in this video was just talk about particularly Toronto words that was like only said in Toronto. Now Toronto slang has changed, right? From different generations, they say different words. If you hear how people from that was in high school in the 90s talk, it's a different slang than how the people in the 2000s and then the people in 2010s and now the people in the 2020s. We all talk different slang. It's an overall Toronto voice, but we all say different words. Some of them are older, some of them are newer, some of them are old and then they dial down and then they come back up. So we're going to talk about them. I'm going to say the words for you guys and I'm going to explain them. And it's going to be a mix of old and new slang words that we say here in the city. So I made some of the young boys them send in some of the words for me and I wrote them down here and I have the meaning and I have some of the words that I used to say. I don't really too talk like that no more, but I remember when I used to say some words. And then I have some words that I have taken from other people that just sent it to me, right? And I want to know some of the words them that you guys used to say like a long time ago. I want you guys to let me know in the comments. But I want to start reading you guys some of the words. So the first word that we have that's a particularly new word is nons. Now, what nons means, it means like a desk bitch or a desk girl. And I'm gonna get into what the meaning of desk is a little more, but it's just basically something that you will call a bitch that. That's what I always heard a nons is. Nons, I guess, is short for panani. Like I say, a lot of these are Jamaican words that are changed up and now they have variations of the word. So that's the first word. The second word that we have, I think everybody knows this one, is whip or wheels. That means your car. So a man will say, like, yo, this is my new whip, or do you have wheels? They're talking about your car. Next one I have is a word that I used to hear a lot, but I don't really hear much people say it no more, and it's dozier. Now, when you call a person a dozier, it's a person that you basically that you like, I don't know, like a person that you bitch, like a person that you make do stuff for you. Like you say, this is my dozier. It's like a, I don't know, like a person that you can just say, like, go do this, go do that, come for me, draw this, draw that. Like that's what a dozier is. But they only do it for like not just you, but them weird. They like I could only say the word, and if you know what it means, you know what it means. I'm trying my best to explain these. Now, our next one is a word that people used to say that I don't really hear no more, but bare we used to say it now. Like some of the words, them it just got too used, and people stopped saying it and created a new one. So, Girk used to basically mean like you a robber person, but now I hear people more say stain. It's the same thing. So you say like you're gonna go stain a person. That's what the meaning of that word is. Now we have a next word, and this word is mod. Now MOD, it's spelled MOD. Like I said, a lot of our words come from Jamaica, right? So this is a next word. It basically is just mad, but you say in a way that the people in Jamaica will say mod. So we now just say mod instead of saying mad. You'd be like, yo, that's mod, or this person, or that, whatever it is. It basically means crazy. That's what you would say mod means. A next word that came from Jamaica that we start to say enough up here is ting. And a lot of people know that ting means girl. But sometimes when I'm talking, you will hear me and I'll be like, yo, pass me the ting. I'm not talking about pass me a girl, right? So the word, sometimes you will say a ting, but in Jamaica, but people, I don't really hear people say that no more. In Toronto now, when you more say it, you're talking about a female. The next one I have that I think people say universally is bag. Bag just means like you have money. You're gonna go get a bag. We're about to spend a bag. That just means you have money. But I think people say that everywhere. But I hear that a lot. And somebody sent it in and I said I'll still put it. Now this is the next one. Is pinch. Pinch basically just means small. If you see something's pinch, you beg so you give me a pinch piece of this or whatever. Oh, yo, that's pinch. It just means small, like a pin. People say a pinch of salt just means like a small amount of salt. It's the same meaning. That's the same thing. Now, our next word I have is booted. Now, that supposedly is a not really a new word, but they say it in a way that has a new meaning. A lot of people are telling me that this now means high. Like you say, I'm so fucking booted. That means that I'm high. Or you say, is this person booted? You're asking, like, are they high? Or you would just say, like yourself, you just say that you're booted. It means high. But when I used to see it, or when I used to hear people say it, people say in more of like the way that means kick out, like you got booted from your crib, or that person was. So that's it. I guess you can say it has two meanings. Now the people are saying it means high, but what do you when people used to say it? I used to hear it in the way of people saying like a person got booted from their crib, like they got kicked out. So it has two meanings just depending on what you're talking about. Now I have a next one that kind of has the same meaning that the one we just talked about, and it's bazoed. Bazoed basically means high or foolish. So if you say a person's moving bazoed, you're saying that they're moving foolish. But long time, not really long time. One time, if people used to say yo I'm bazoed, that means that I'm high. Just like booted, you say like if I'm booted, you're saying I'm high. Bazoed meant high, but if you call a person that, it basically is like you saying that they're moving retarded. Loud. Now, loud means weed. I don't know if people say that anywhere else, but I put this on here because I think that's something that we own. But nah, I think they say it in Jamaica too. I'm not too sure. You have to let me know. But that's a word in Toronto that we say enough is that it just means weed. It means good weed. But the next word I've been hearing people call for the word spliff that I've never heard before is zoot. I've never heard a man call a spliff a zoot until like recently within this year. I hear people calling that, and the man told me to put that on the list, saying that that is what you would call a spliff. You call it a zoo. Now, I'm sure this is a word you guys heard me say on the podcast many times. This one is waste dude. A waste dude is basically a loser. It's a person that is like a nerd. Like, how would you say? Like the name basically says it itself. Like I don't know. You're just a loser. You're a waste dude. That's the best way to say it. It basically means what it just says. And the next word I want to say was crow because I realized that a lot of places don't say crow, but crow is just bro with a C. There's many different reasons to why people say that they added a C. I heard a man say that the people them that were Crips didn't want to say bro with the B in it because you know how B and blood and all that shit, so they changed it to crow. Can't be too sure. But that's just something that I heard. But enough people say crow. Crow just means bro. It's the next way of saying bro. Now, des. Remember I was saying earlier when I was trying to explain what a nons mean. Des is basically how would you say it? Like garbage. Like I don't know. That's the best thing that I can think to describe it as. If you see, because you'll be like, yo, this party's des. That's basically saying that this party's garbage. You know, if you call a girl des, you're not like not necessarily saying like yo you're garbage, but you're saying like you're like you know what I mean, like just des. Like I don't know, think of it in that meaning how I said if you say a party's death, if you call a girl death, it's just like the same thing. Not really garbage, but it's not, it's death. Like, once again, my bad if I can't explain it good. I'm just trying to find the words to, you just have to know. And when you know in how it depends on the sentence that you're saying it in too. You know what I mean? But for the most part, that's what it means, garbage. Now, say less is something that I think people say everywhere, but in Toronto we use it a lot. Say less is basically exactly what it means. Don't say a word, like say less, don't say nothing. I understand what you're saying. Say less, don't say nothing. Like I get you. You know what I mean? I understand. Now, this is a word that has an old version and a new version. One time people used to always say wazzles, that this meant like a girl was giving you head or, doing, giving you head. That's what I'm going to say. It's YouTube. I can't say too much. You know. But now I'm starting to hear the man them say wash. I've never heard of a person say, she gave me a wash, but that's basically what it means. That's the same thing as wazzle. It means a girl gave you head. Now I want to say cheese. Cheese is just like you're vexed. Cheese, the same way you say cheese, but you add D. This time it's cheesed. You say, oh, I'm cheesed. That just means that I'm mad, I'm vexed, I'm angry, I'm upset. Now, our next one that I just started to hear, not too much, and I don't know if other places say this, is stout. Now, supposedly the meaning of stout means like you're moving stout is the best like sentence to put in. You're moving big and bad. Like who you feel like you're trying, like you're moving stout. You understand them ways? Like you're moving big and bad. That's the best way that I can try to describe what it means. If you guys can help me in the comments, you don't know already, put it down there so we can talk. Now, this is actually crazy because when I went to Jamaica and would ask people this and tax people, they will move so foolish. That's how I know that enough people didn't really say it other than Toronto people. But if you ask a person if they're blessed, the meaning of blessed, right? So you'll be like, yo, you're blessed. It just means good, When I used to go to Jamaica and I would greet people, I'd be like, yo, Wagwan, you're blessed. And they will never understand the you're blessed part. You know what I mean? Like they will think that I'm saying, like, how pastor will say you're blessed. We're not saying like, you're blessed. We're asking you a question. We're asking you if you're good. So blessed just means good. If somebody's pouring out something, you'll be like, okay, it's blessed. You don't have to give me no more. That's good. That's the meaning of blessed. There's only one way to say it. If you're in church and you're talking about blessed, you don't know what to say it. It don't mean good. You're not talking about it like the street way. But the street way means something else. Now, police, you will call boy or the boy them. The boy them, I guess it just got too long. But now a lot of people just shorten it, excuse me, to the boy. Or you hear some people say Jakes. Or you see, so there's enough name for the police. People call them all over Universal too. Some people say the same thing that people will say here in Toronto, but That was one thing that we used to say in Toronto and Jamaica the most. Like, once again, it came from Jamaica. That was a word that the people them in Jamaica used to say when they were describing police. And now that's what they say here in Toronto too. Now, a WAP means sale. Or yeah, basically it just means sale. Or WAPs, you see, like, it means sales. Like, you'd be like, I made a WAP. That just means I made a sale. That's the next way to say that I made a sale. Even though you're talking in different terms. Like, if you're in a store, you wouldn't say, oh, I made a WAP. But you know what I mean when I say you made a sale. That's the meaning of WAP. If you ever hear a person say that or say, I have to go make a WAP, they have to go make a sale. Now, slap. I don't know if other people say this, but slap means give. You'll be like, yo, slap me a change. Give me a money. And that's the next word, change. Change means money, not actual change. But if you hear a man say change means money. Slap means give. So if you hear a man say, yo, slap me a change, it just means give me some money. Me, I beg you some money. That's what slap means. Give, and change means money. Now, this is an old word from long time that came back around and then disappeared again, but it's run up. Like, you tell a person, yo, run up. Supposedly, I don't really know what that means. That means that, yo, like, move from me. Like, yo, come out my face. That's what run up means, basically. I don't know if other places say that. I've never really heard nobody else but Toronto people say that. But my mom said it was a word long time. Then it came back in like 2012, 13, 14. And then I haven't heard it again since. People don't really say it again. But that's the next word. Run up just means like basically move from me. And next word we have is fried. Now, fried just means dumb. Like, you're moving fried. Like, are you like frost? Are you fried? It just means like, are you like retard? Oh, I have to stop saying that word. People always tell me you can't say that word no more. I'm not trying to insult nobody, but you know what I mean. Like, are you dumb? Is something wrong with you? That's what fried means. Like, your brain is fried. Now, beg. Beg is a word that you will use to describe a person. Like, you'll be, yo, that person's so beg. Basically meaning that they're begging to be something that they're not. They're trying too hard. This person's too beg to be whatever, fill in the blank. It just means that you're trying too hard. You're begging to be something that you're not. You're beg. Yeah. It just says it the way it is. You're beg. And the last word I have here for you guys is sauce. Sauce is just short for suspicious or suspect. Like, you move sus. It can also mean that you're moving gay. Like, you're moving like suspect. Like, that was sus. You should never. And I know everybody hears that everywhere. But you could also say, people in Toronto say it enough. Like, it don't just mean you're moving gay. It can mean bare other things. You know what I mean? It just, for the most part, it's a short form for suspect or suspicious. So I want you guys to let me know, what words did you recognize? What words do you think I never got the meaning right of? What words do you think I should have added? And what words did you see when you were in high school? Because people really only talk like this for the years they're in high school. My high school years finished 2020. I was in high school 2016 to 2020. And some of the words that were in here was words that I used. But now, some of the new youths, them who are in high school from 2020 to 2024, gave me some of these words. Some of the youths, them that were in high school in 98 to 2002, gave me some words. So these are different generations, and I want to hear what you guys used to say back in your time. You don't know, we will talk next time on Talk the Things podcast.
I'm a pretty little Barbie. Got the body of a goddess.